Peace and blessings, family. I'm your brother in the struggle, Alif Allah, and this is part 7 of Heaven on Earth, the reality of heaven, as taught by Messenger Elijah Muhammad. Today, I would like to share with you some of the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad regarding the angels of heaven. The angels of heaven is not what we have been led to believe. If you look at organized religions around the world, whether it's in Africa, China, India, the United States of America, all the way to Australia, or to the tiny islands around the world, you'll see that many people believe in angels, but their interpretation or their concept of what those angels are is usually something that's out of Mother Nature's natural laws. It's usually something that's not mathematical. It's something of the illusionary world or the imaginary world or the magical, mystical realm. So myths of angels have prevailed in organized religions. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, just as he taught us the reality of God, that there is no God but the original man, the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe, he teaches us that even though Allah is all of us, as he says in Our Savior Has Arrived, he teaches us in Our Savior Has Arrived that we have a supreme one that sees and hears that which we can't see and hear. This is he whom we represent, the supreme Allah, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom all praises are due forever. So Master Fard Muhammad is the supreme Allah. He is the one that we submit willingly our collective will to his individual will. This is like each individual having their own thoughts, but all of these thoughts come together into a head or into oneness or a universal whole. So even though the universe is made of different parts, it's combined into a whole or universe or one verse. That one word, kun, be, and it is the willpower or the expression of Allah made manifest. So we believe in one creator, but when we say God, we mean God according to Noah Webster's dictionary. We're speaking a bastard language right now. We're speaking what we call English. Every language, whether it's Arabic, Kiswahili, what have you, the people never speak their own language in a perfect sense. They're not English teachers. We use slang. We use our own vernacular. We use what's known as colloquial language. Black people in America have their own vernacular, because of our culture, our experiences in the United States. We take old words and merge it into the new. We take new words, merge it into the old. If I live in Philadelphia, we don't grow oranges in Philadelphia. We don't grow bananas and mangoes and coconuts in Philadelphia. So that word would not make sense to us where we live at. But if you lived in Florida, you would see oranges. You would understand citrus fruits down there because it's a different region. Now, I mean, some people live in frigid zones, temperate zones, what have you. So where we live at, we would incorporate oranges if we was to start doing trading or bartering or importing and exporting apples from Pennsylvania with Florida. Now we getting oranges, or we getting bananas from Costa Rica, what have you. Now, I mean, so words come in from other places, words from other cultures, other languages. They start to mix and blend into what we call the common human language. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that our original language was not Arabic or any African dialect. Our original language was mental telepathy. We mentally communicated. If you study the flower can communicate with the sun. The flower has intelligence. Animals have intelligence. A lot of people say, oh, they only got instinct. No, they're smarter than we may realize. Everything is alive in the universe if you understand it. So the people on the planet using mental telepathy, we had 7 mind dimensions that the messenger teaches us that we can vibrate on: the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, the soul, the self, and the will. And we have 9 forces which balances our equilibrium. Our equilibrium is our mayat, our inner mayat, the inner balance. Meaning, if you was to take and have a grown man, a woman could push him on his solar plex and take him off his equilibrium. He can lose his balance like that, unless he's mentally trained in martial arts or something. It could be an exception. It's always an exception to every rule or law. You know what I mean? But generally speaking, these 9 forces which balances our equilibrium, according to Master Fard Muhammad, to whom our praises are due forever, is attraction, repulsion, cohesion, assimilation, dissimulation, creation, projection, reception, and intuition. Now, we put creation in there because in our vernacular, in the way we speak, the way we interpret and dialogue with one another, we don't look at the creator the same as we look at God. God, according to the dictionary, means supreme being. Supreme means most high or the highest in authority, and being means to exist. So when we look at the universe, we look at the sky, we look at the birds in the air, we look at the planet, we look at black people, brown people, yellow people, red people, white people, the intermixing of people. We look at the apes, we look at the giraffes, the elephants. We look under the ground, we look at the worms, we look at the ants. We dive into the oceans, we see the sharks, we see the tuna, we see the shrimp. Everything has its own brain, its own instinct, its own intellect, its own holy intellect. However, we can't find anything superior than a human being but another human being. Now, when we find human beings with human brains, that brain may not be as big as a whale's brain, and it may not be as small as a snail's brain, but the human brain, from what we have experienced over the past 78 trillion years, has always been the highest in authority. Not that we're so smart, not individually. You know, if I was to compare what I know to what I don't know anything. I mean, so I'm not coming to you claiming or pretending to be smarter than you. There are many men and women and children and young people and old people way, way, way smarter than me. We may just have more information in different areas. Now, I mean, my wife is a registered nurse. She knows more about medicine than me. Someone that fixes cars would know how to fix cars. Some people know how to do landscaping. Some people know how to paint. Some people know how to braid hair. Some people know how to play basketball. Now, I mean, I'll be hacking you on the basketball court. I can't play just because I'm black and tall. That don't mean I could run ball good. I mean, I'm a bum in playing basketball. Now, I mean, but we all have our unique gifts and things that we're proficient in. And one of the things that we have to admit is that we simply don't know some things. And the way our universe is designed, as long as we're in this universe, there will always be things we don't know. See, you have to understand that just because you don't know something, don't make you less than yourself. That don't make you stupid, because subconsciously you know everything. But your conscious brain can't deal with all that data. It don't need all that data. You want to focus in on what holds your attention. Down Balaj Muhammad teaches us that's wisdom, to make your knowledge known. He teaches us that knowledge is to listen, know, and observe. Knowledge is the foundation. Wisdom is to make your knowledge known, the woman. Understanding is a picture one makes in his mind of knowledge. So, since understanding is a picture one makes in his or her mind of knowledge, we need a base. So we're born in belief and we grow in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This is how we spiritually mature also. So these 9 forces, when we look at the Creator, in the Arabic language, the Creator is unique. You know, we teach that Allah has 99 attributes. One of the attributes of Allah is Al-Khaliq, the Creator. Allah is the God. But one of the attributes of the God is our Khalik, the Creator. The Creator is not the God. The God has an attribute, one attribute. He has many attributes, but one of his attributes is our Khalik, the Creator. So some people in their vernacular, in their language, in their slang, they interpret Allah as the Creator. Their spiritual belief system is structured where they look at the Creator is the same word as the God. And I respect that and I understand that, but it's not the same in our language, not the way we speak our slang in America. We're descendant from slaves in this country, so this is not our original language. We have been made other than our own selves. So we had to adapt and learn in this particular country, in a foreign land amongst a foreign people. And our basic concept of God is different. So God God is defined as the supreme being, we be like, well, the supreme being is the original man. You know what I mean? We be like, okay, well, there's all kind of men, but the black man produces 4 shades of black, 4 shades of brown, 4 shades of yellow, 4 shades of red. We can produce the albino, we can produce the Caucasian, we can produce a baby with transparent skin, but it won't be alive, it'll be stillborn. So we know the human spectrum, that it comes out of Africa, as they say. We know that the original woman, the black woman, we understand that she's the mother of civilization. From her womb comes the human beings. So this isn't spooky to us. This is natural. Now, I mean, so there are things that are original and there are things that are grafted. If I was to take an orange tree and I cut a lemon branch off and I bud that lemon branch into that orange tree and put some paper tape on there, I can grow a grapefruit. The grapefruit may look more luscious than the orange and the lemon, but it's not going to have as much vitamin C as that original orange and that original lemon. Because when you graft from the original, that which you grafted doesn't exceed or become superior to the original. So when you have a horse and a donkey, you can produce a mule. But the mule is grafted from the original, so the mule is not going to have the attributes or the same natural disposition as the original. So we see on Earth, some people have a lot of melanin in their skin. The sun affects them differently. Know what I mean? Some people have less melanin. Everybody got melanin, but we're all from that original man. We're all from that original woman. We're all from that original planet. We're all from that original God. So we believe in one creator. But when we say the black man is God, we're not saying that the physical man was floating around in space and he had 2 eyes and 2 ears and 2 nares and a mouth and 5 fingers on his hand, and he said abracadabra and he made the sun. No, we're talking about the mind of man, the creator, as they say in spiritual systems, or in scientific terms, they talk about it as energy. The mind can't be seen. The brain can be seen. You can weigh a brain cell. You can weigh a neuron. But you can't weigh the mind. The mind has no beginning nor ending. The creator has no beginning nor ending. The creator is not male nor female. The creator is not here nor there. The creator is not physically sitting on top of the arse or sitting on a big chair on a throne, as some people misinterpret it. But you have to understand the symbolism in organized religions. So when we look at the angels of Allah, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that the angels of Allah are human beings. When you want to see an angel, look at them beautiful MGTs with their garbs on. Look at them strong brothers with their suit and bow ties on, them FOI uniforms on. The mighty, mighty FOI, that's the army of Allah. That's the angels of Allah on earth. They are the ones up there on the corner calling you to that final call, to that Muhammad speech, telling you, wake up and do for self. That the time that we know now, we should not know anymore. So the angels of Allah are real. They're not spooks. They're not little white babies. They're not little white men flying around in long white robes with white feathers on their back on top of white clouds with a white Jesus on a white throne with a long white robe and a bright white light and a white stork bird and all this technology that we was taught in slavery. The angels of Allah are real. And these angels of Allah, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us in Al-Sayyids Arab in his last book, he explained to us that the angels of Allah come to make sure no mistake is made. They come to make sure you don't get spooked out your mind and go back to organized religion or atheism. They come to teach you universal law, to teach you to see you. They don't come to get you to follow them. They don't get you to go inside the temple or the masjid or the school or the church or the cathedral. They get you to see that you are the house of God, that you are one or ahead with the creator of all creation, if it's properly understood. Wake up, family. The time is near. Assalamu alaikum. Peace, God. Peace, Goddess. I am your brother in the struggle, Brother Minister Alif Allah. Send your questions, comments, even your criticisms to ministeralif@gmail.com. Peace.